Always agree with the customer. He was saying that you agree first, then you close. If there is no agreement, there won't be a sale. And then he also said if there's not enough agreement, there won't be a sale. And so you can always agree to regardless of how outrageous what the individual is saying sounds to you. And when you do that, then you can turn it back on them and let them deal with their own objection. But you can also make a suggestion as well because you cultivated that atmosphere with them, and then you can bring yourself to a close.
Good.
Awesome.
So kind of building off the video I had last week, kind of when you guys were out on Friday, a big one I thought was a really basic principle, but you know, the difference between an amateur and a professional is, you know, an amateur, the amount of time they invest in their craft, you know, mastering your craft like we always talk about. And aside from that, also, you know, having incompetence, you know, is usually a precursor of being an amateur. So something I kind of was watching today, like he said, builds off the last video was, you know, once you start becoming more of a professional, you'll never start pointing the finger at external variables and different factors. You'll start pointing, you know, at yourself and knowing it's just you need to perfect your craft better. There's always going to be external, you know, constraints and, you know, limiters on what can be done. But you just got to be, you know, the best salesman you can, and at that point, you've done everything you can. You don't want to have that, you know, those reservations about not being a professional.
Awesome.
I've been trying to master the cold call lately, and the biggest thing I've got out of it is always agreeing with the customer, you know, following up with them, making appointments, scheduling callbacks, and I'm just going to apply that throughout these past few weeks and hopefully crank out some big leads for these guys.
Yeah, buddy. You cranked out a huge lead for me this weekend.
That's awesome.
That was you, yeah, boy. I got to tell you.
Nice, buddy. Good
I know
job.
you won.
Excellent. The one and only.
Coming in.
Mine was basically all time, kind of going off you. I watched that today, utilizing every single day throughout the day, kind of having no excuses saying, oh, I didn't have enough time to take these transfers. I was too busy doing this, too busy buying. There's no excuse. Everybody has the same amount of time as everyone else, so you get just as much done as everyone else, if not more, if you utilize it correctly.
That's good. That's awesome.
Mine was to take massive action and overcommit to everything. And it's not like changing completely how you do everything, it's just putting more effort towards it. So whether it's taking calls, transfers, it's actually just going 100% all the time rather than changing your whole philosophy of sales. Because once at the end of the day, if you accomplish something, you feel so much better of yourself and, you know, the way you feel of everything, so it just kind of rolls.
Absolutely.
So take massive action.
Good job, man.
Mine was building a power base, like reaching out to friends, family, because they're always going to be easier to sell than just picking up the phone to someone that you've never talked to before.
Absolutely.
They're going to know other people that will probably be just as easy, and they're going to spread word of mouth. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mine was also the time management as well as the last video I watched, and pretty much what I took away is that, you know, pretty much with Phil and Bill, or not Bill, who else does time management? Mike. You know, everybody has the same amount of minutes in the day. I mean, we're all here for 8 hours. So, you know, it really all depends on how you want to utilize that time that you're given. You know, if you want to have 2 hours of talk time or 4 hours of talk time, I mean, there is really no, excuse me, frog in my throat. No excuse on why you can't, you know, hit the 4 hours rather than just 2 hours. It's really all just comes down to you and how you utilize the time. So.
Awesome.
Mine was also the power base, and what I took away was like 10 people turns into like 100. So like the importance of referrals. Like if you can get like 2 people, like you know, you sell one person, you know, if you can get 2 off of them, and then just keep doing that. I mean, you guys talked about that. I found that to be really important on the start.
Absolutely. It's awesome.
You know,
Great.
trying to do that.
Thank you.
For me, it was the 3 letters PMA, positive mental attitude, and no negativity. I'm really going to implement that in everything that I do from here on forward. Grant really emphasized that if you're negative, you're never going to go anywhere. So just taking every situation, those 3 words, great, super, excellent. I know as crazy as it sounds, I know that if you do that every single time, positive, well, it'll always be positive, never be negative.
Awesome.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that. Like every time, like I got some bad news this weekend, and I literally said, "Perfect." Like, great.
That's
I mean, it was really bad news too. It was like really bad, and I was just like, "Perfect." Like, you know, like, it was just kind of like, yeah, and that really resonated with me too. I really liked that.
Awesome. Glad to hear.
Like,
And that'll build strength in you guys too. I mean, each and every one of you, the more you do that, the more, you know, you'll notice after 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days, you're just like a different caliber of individual. in life and in business. So I mean, it's great, guys.
The video I watched today, you just talked about fully committing yourself and giving 100%. You'll get the outcome you want. So I've pretty much just put that towards hopefully joining you guys on the sales side and fully committing myself towards studying.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm out.
I didn't get it. For me, the power of prediction, the ability to be able to see ahead. I'm playing catch up a little bit, but the ability to see ahead in the sale. What will their objection be? What will get in the way? And then not just overcoming that, but literally knowing where to steer in advance. And I'm just reminded again of, I mean, we're just always selling. Life is selling. Life is that. And so, for me last week, the conditions are very different in the economy I was in. But I'm still looking at these things and these commissions and using the same tactics, So I really resonate with what Bill said. You've got to know, you've got to be able to listen and really understand where people are at to be able to predict where to go next. So
That must be some good commission. Really, that's
Yeah, I'd say mine was just really taking massive action. Like I made sure I, painted a clear vision of where I want to be, where I want the agency to be, where I want to take every one of you guys, and that's, taking a look at everything we've done over the past 7.5 years, and just hit light speed, hit 10x, do tenfold those results in literally a year time frame. I know we can do it. I'm confident we can do it. I'm confident we can do it with this team, and just never losing focus on that, and just going after it here on out. Just make it whatever each and every one of your goals are. It's my commitment to help you get there and help you accomplish it and move on to the next one. Let's do it. Let's do it. So what I'd like to do is end it off before we go and hit the phones. We're going to end it off with reading the success pledge on the back of success is your duty, obligation, or responsibility card. So I'll start it off, and if you want to read along with me here. I pledge a commitment to my success, my family's success, and to the successful survival of the company I represent. Success is not an option for me, but something I insist upon achieving. Success is not something others can give me, nor is it something the government or the economy can provide me. Success is not determined by luck, chance, race, creed, color, or religion, but is dependent upon hard work, creativity, follow-through, and persistence. I refuse to not have my success. I refuse to not work prior to achieving my success, and I will do everything ethical in claiming my right to my success. Success is my duty, my obligation, and my responsibility. Let's get it today, guys. These balls are going to start ringing. Let's just blow the glass out of this place. Let's just have a day like we've never had. Blow the C4! I want to do success on 3. 1, 2, 3, success!
Sorry, Alex.
Go, buddy.
There's